My curious and playful Gemini friend. Hello and welcome. My name is Mina, and I'm here to offer you a 3-card reading exploring the themes of you, your path, and your potential. I invite you to consider what the reading reveals about possible challenges, opportunities, and personal growth for the week ahead. Take a deep breath, rest your mind, and let's see what the cards have to share with you today. A Gemini, there is a quiet restlessness humming beneath the surface of your week. You might notice it between conversations, in those moments when laughter fades and you're left with a faint sense that something is asking for your attention. Maybe you feel the push and pull between wanting to settle in and the urge to question what feels too easy. There's a longing for comfort, but also a nagging sense that comfort alone isn't quite enough. You may find yourself reminiscing about moments of closeness or connection, yet feeling a subtle ache for something more, something unspoken that lingers in the gaps not filled by words. With every bright exchange, a softer, more private question forms. What is it you truly need to feel whole right now? Your mind drifts, searching for the source of attention you can't quite name, and the week opens with this gentle, persistent curiosity. Your inner state this week is colored by the atmosphere of the 10 of Cups, which glimmers with the warm recognition of what has been built around you, a gathering of relationships, patterns, and the shared spaces of your daily life. There is a sense of belonging and, beneath it, a yearning for the security that comes from knowing your place among others. You feel the comfort of routines, the satisfaction of rituals that have shaped your sense of home, and the subtle joy that arises when you look around and see evidence of care. Yet, even as you touch this piece, another part of you wonders about the stories that haven't been told, the dreams that hover on the edge of the familiar. It's as if you are standing in a room filled with laughter and warmth, but every so often your gaze finds the window, searching the horizon for something unnamed. The fulfillment you feel is genuine, but it is not absolute. You are aware of the delicate balance between being held by those around you and the quiet realization that you have changed, perhaps more than you've let on, even to yourself. In the hush after a shared meal or in the pause before you say good night, you notice a gentle ache. It comes from knowing that your happiness is real, but that it cannot contain every question you carry. There is gratitude for what you have, and also a subtle strain, a wish for your inner world to be seen as deeply as it is felt. The unspoken tension lies in this. The comfort you've found is precious, but there is an undercurrent of curiosity, almost a longing to stretch beyond the borders of what's already known. This inner state, both peaceful and quietly unsettled, gives rise to the themes that shape your path this week. The desire to be both part of something and more fully yourself creates a sense of movement. As you notice the edges of your comfort, you become more aware of what stands just beyond it. The urge to understand, to question, to explore deeper meanings grows stronger. This gentle friction between belonging and becoming sets the stage for what unfolds next. On your path this week, the presence of the Hierophant brings the energy of tradition, structure, and the expectations that come with belonging to a group, a community, or a set of shared beliefs. You may feel the weight of routines or the subtle pressure to play your part as others see it. There are spoken and unspoken rules at work, family expectations, workplace culture, social rituals, that both support you and ask something from you in return. These frameworks can feel grounding, offering a sense of continuity and stability. They can also feel confining, especially if the questions stirring within you don't fit neatly into the patterns you've inherited. You might sense momentum building as the week unfolds. Events, conversations, or decisions that nudge you to play by the book, to uphold what is expected. This can bring reassurance, especially if you've recently needed a sense of order. Yet there is also friction. The more you try to fit in, the more you may notice where your inner world presses against the boundaries of what's familiar. The Hierophant's influence is not stern or harsh, but it is steady, inviting you to consider what you truly believe and which traditions genuinely nourish you. The pressure is subtle but real, to honor what's come before while questioning whether it still fits who you are becoming. You may find yourself drawn into conversations about values or reflecting on behaviors that have become second nature. Perhaps you notice how often you say yes out of habit or feel a quiet resistance to doing things as they have always been done. The tension between honoring the group and expressing your evolving self is at the heart of your journey now. Each day brings small choices, to conform, to question, to quietly reshape the rules. The path is not about rebellion or compliance, but about finding where your truth and your community intersect. The friction is the energy of change, inviting you to listen closely to what feels authentic, even as you navigate the tides of tradition. This momentum, with its steady pressure and gentle resistance, leads you to a threshold. Here your potential waits, not as a guarantee but as a living question. What becomes possible depends on how you meet this tension, how honestly you listen to the quiet voice inside that asks for more. With the Knight of Wands standing as your potential, a new energy stirs, one that is bold, passionate, and ready to move. This is not a call to abandon what grounds you, but an invitation to let your curiosity and desire for growth take the lead, even if just for a moment. The Knight of Wands is the part of you that feels the spark of excitement at the thought of trying something new or speaking a truth that hasn't had space before. It's the courage to follow a hunch, to let your enthusiasm guide you, to risk being seen in a new light. Growth this week looks like giving yourself permission to explore the edges of your comfort, to see what lies just beyond the habits and roles you know so well. There is no promise of dramatic change, but there is real possibility in each small act of curiosity. When you show up with your own questions, when you let your passion shape your choices, even gently, the energy of the week shifts. You may find yourself more engaged, more alive, more at home in your own evolving story. It is not about breaking away, but about letting the fire of your own interest illuminate the path ahead. The invitation is simple. Let your desire to learn, to grow, to experience something new have a place alongside the traditions that sustain you. This is how your potential comes alive, not all at once, but in the steady rhythm of choosing what feels true, again and again. As the week comes together, the story of these three cards weaves a gentle but compelling arc. You begin in a space of comfort and connection, aware of the blessings that surround you in the shape of the Ten of Cups. Yet comfort brings with it a quiet tension, a reminder that happiness is not static, and that your heart is always reaching for a deeper sense of belonging. The Hierophant rises in response, showing you the strength of tradition, the support of shared structures, but also the subtle friction that comes from growing within them. You feel the pressures of expectation and the steady pull of your own questions. In the midst of this, the Knight of Wands offers a spark, the chance to let your curiosity lead, to honor your passion, and to allow small acts of change where they matter most. This is not a week of upheaval, but of gentle, conscious engagement. Each day is a balance between gratitude for what is and openness to what could be. You are both held and invited forward, with reassurance that growth and belonging can coexist. By week's end, the tension softens into a quiet confidence. You can honor your place while still exploring the wider horizon of your own becoming. Actionable insights for Gemini this week. You might try letting one small question guide your day, just to see where it leads. You could sit with the feeling of comfort, noticing if any new desires or curiosities arise. You may gently explore what it feels like to share a new thought with someone you trust. Spoken word affirmations to repeat aloud for a more positive mindset. I honor how far I have come. My questions are welcome in every space I enter. Change does not threaten my belonging. I trust the energy rising within me. I am ready for the next step, just as I am. And now, dear friend, I thank you for giving me your time. I truly hope I have given you something helpful in return. Goodbye and good luck until next time.